Friday, July 24th. Everything may have just changed in the blink of an eye. Picture this exact moment. Drew Cain is standing by the edge of the lake. He is supposed to be completely locked in his own body, helpless, paralyzed, a victim of a brutal, calculated medical manipulation. Nina Reeves is standing right there, thinking she has all the control in the entire world. She arranged this little outing. She thought she was the puppet master pulling all the strings. And then the absolute unthinkable happens. Drew suddenly speaks. His voice cuts through the silence like a knife. He is not paralyzed anymore. He is recovering rapidly. And in that single terrifying second, every single plan that Nina and Willow Cain put together completely shatters into a million pieces. Guys, this is where it gets incredibly interesting. Nina's immediate reaction is absolute, unadulterated panic. She is staring at a man who knows way too much. A man who can destroy her and her daughter with a single sentence. The shock on her face says it all. She doesn't think, she doesn't strategize. She just reacts. In her mind, there is only one solution to this massive immediate problem. She has to silence him. Permanently. The lake is right there. It would be so easy. A quick push, a tragic accident. Nina's survival instincts kick into high gear, and she makes a move that could be the biggest mistake of her entire life. She lunges forward. She goes to push Drew into the freezing water to end the threat once and for all. But wait, it gets worse. Willow is right there, and she sees exactly what her mother is trying to do. If you ask me, this is the exact moment the dynamic between these two women fractures forever. Willow doesn't want murder. She never wanted murder. She just wanted leverage. She wanted to keep Drew quiet long enough to ensure her past secrets stay buried forever. Seeing Nina cross that fatal, murderous line flips a switch inside Willow. She realizes her mother is a massive liability. A dangerous, reckless liability that could send them both to prison for the rest of their lives. And then everything spiraled completely out of control. Willow doesn't just yell at Nina to stop. She physically intervenes. We are talking about a full-on physical confrontation between mother and daughter right on the edge of the water. Willow tackles Nina. She grabs her. She pulls her back from the brink of committing a cold-blooded murder. The struggle is intense. It is messy. It is desperate. They are grappling on the grass, fighting for control. Willow ends up being the one who saves Drew Cain's life. Let that sink in for a second. The woman who wanted him neutralized, the woman who orchestrated his downfall, just became his absolute savior. And that changes everything. Drew is no longer the helpless victim in this scenario. He is standing there watching these two women tear each other apart, and he realizes he holds all the cards. He has the upper hand now. He is regaining his mobility, his voice, and his power. He knows they are terrified of him. Instead of being the prey, Drew has instantly become the predator. He is the one holding the secrets that leave Nina and Willow with absolutely no way out. The panic in Willow's eyes is incredibly real. She knows she just saved him, but she also knows he can destroy her life, her career, and her family with a single phone call. The tables haven't just turned, they have been completely smashed. But that's not even the biggest surprise of the day. Let's shift gears entirely, because while the lake is turning into a literal war zone, a completely different kind of explosion is happening in a corporate boardroom across town. Michael Corinthos is making moves. Quiet, deadly, calculated moves. He is having a very important, very secretive meeting with Alexis Davis. On the surface, it looks like a standard legal consultation regarding Maxie Jones and her shares in Deception. But if you look closer, if you really pay attention to the details, you realize Michael is orchestrating a massive hostile takeover. Here's where things get messy. Michael isn't just buying shares to make a quick profit. He is building a weapon. He is quietly amassing power, step by step, share by share. If this deal with Maxie goes through, Michael will effectively control deception. He is turning a simple cosmetics company into a strategic chess piece in a much larger war involving the most powerful families in Port Charles. Michael is stepping out of the shadows and proving he has the ruthless, calculating Corinthos blood running deep in his veins. He isn't playing nice anymore. He is playing to conquer. The domino effect of this secret deal is going to be absolutely catastrophic. Think about the people currently running deception. Tracy Quartermaine, Lucy Coe, Brooke Lynn Quartermaine. When this bomb finally drops, they are not going to form a united front to fight Michael off. They are going to turn on each other and tear each other to shreds. Tracy is going to lose her mind. You know Tracy. She hates losing control more than anything in the world. She will immediately accuse Lucy of manipulating Maxie into selling. Lucy will scream that she had absolutely nothing to do with it and point the finger right back at the Quartermaine. Brooke Lynn will be caught in the crossfire, completely terrified that her own family is being ripped apart while she is already drowning in her own secrets about the hit and run. The paranoia is going to be off the charts. Tracy, Lucy, and Brooke Lynn will start suspecting each other of corporate treason. They will wonder who leaked the information, who facilitated the deal behind closed doors, and who is secretly working for Michael. The chaos inside deception will create a massive power vacuum. And you know exactly what happens when there is chaos in Port Charles? New alliances are formed. Desperate people make dangerous, unforgivable deals. Michael is creating a whole new army of enemies, but he doesn't even care. He is sitting back like a mob boss, watching the empire burn, ready to claim the ashes for himself. Guys, we need to talk about what is happening on the other side of town, because the stakes over there are literally life and death. Sonny Corinthos and Rocco Falconeri. We all know the massive secret. Rocco is the one who shot Ross Cullum on the pier. Jason Morgan took the fall, sacrificed his own freedom, and got dragged away to a secret WSB black site to protect the kid. But now, Sonny knows the truth. Lulu finally cracked and told him, and Sonny just pulled his young nephew aside for a very serious, very private conversation. Sonny looks Rocco dead in the eye and admits he knows everything. He knows Rocco pulled the trigger. He knows the guilt is eating the kid alive. But Sonny isn't angry. He is fiercely protective. And this is where the dominoes really start falling hard. Sonny sees the walls closing in. He knows the WSB investigation is heating up and they will not stop until they have a body to pin this on. If you ask me, Sonny is making a massive, life-altering decision right in this exact moment. He is not just going to comfort his nephew and send him on his way. He is going to step up and take the blame himself. If the investigation goes too far, if the WSB gets too close to Rocco, Sonny will throw himself on the grenade. It is exactly what he does. It is his entire history. He sacrifices himself to protect his family. He did it for Michael, he did it for Christina, and he will absolutely do it for Dante's son. He will gladly go to prison or face a WSB firing squad if it means keeping Rocco safe and getting Jason completely off the hook. But by doing this, by taking the fall for a massive federal crime, Sonny is going to leave his entire criminal organization completely vulnerable. He is inviting his enemies to attack his territory. Sonny's decision to protect Rocco is going to trigger a massive mob war in Port Charles, and nobody is ready for the brutal fallout that is coming. What happened next may be even worse. Let's head over to the PCPD because there is a massive, terrifying conspiracy unfolding right under our noses, and it connects to everything. Laura Collins is putting the pieces together. She is looking at the missing evidence. The files related to Ross Cullum are just vanishing into thin air. Digital records are being wiped clean. Physical evidence boxes are completely empty. And Laura realizes this is not a clerical error. This is a deliberate, highly calculated cover-up. Someone is scrubbing the system. Someone inside the police station is intentionally erasing Ross Cullum's tracks. There's a mole, a dirty cop, or maybe someone even more powerful pulling strings from the shadows. Laura warns Dante Falconeri, and her warning sends absolute chills down my spine. Dante is already in deep, deep trouble for covering up Rocco's involvement in the shooting. But now, Dante isn't just a cop hiding a family secret. He is a target. The people orchestrating this massive cover-up know that Dante is a loose end. They know he was involved. Dante is in the crosshairs of a massive conspiracy. The people wiping Cullum's files will not hesitate to wipe out anyone who gets in their way. Dante's life is in immediate, severe danger. He is trying so hard to protect his son, but he is completely blind to the assassins hiding in his own precinct. The tension is absolutely unbearable. Every single time Dante walks into the PCPD, he is walking into a lion's den. He doesn't know who is standing next to him. He doesn't know if his partner is the one deleting the files. He is completely surrounded by enemies in his own house. And right in the middle of this absolute nightmare, Anna Devane returns. She reclaims her spot as police chief, officially ousting Dante from the big chair. But Anna is smart. She is a veteran spy. She is traumatized. She is dealing with her own dangerous hallucinations of Peter August, but her instincts are still razor sharp. She walks into the station and instantly smells a rat. She knows the evidence didn't just walk away on its own. She knows the WSB playbook better than anyone. But she also knows she can't trust a single person in a uniform right now. Not Dante. Not her usual allies. Nobody is safe from her suspicion. Except maybe one person. Harrison Chase. Anna calls Chase into her office. She offers him a job, a chance to get his detective badge back after all the recent drama. But this isn't just a promotion. It is a highly dangerous test. Anna is setting Chase up for a highly classified, off-the-books internal investigation. She wants Chase to be her secret weapon. She is sending him undercover inside his own police station to hunt down the mole. She knows Chase is desperate to prove himself, desperate to clear his name after the whole Brooklyn framing fiasco. And she is using that desperation. Chase is walking into a deadly game of cat and mouse, and one wrong move, one slipped word, could cost him his life. Guys, if you look at the entire picture, this episode is setting the stage for an absolute bloodbath in Port Charles. This isn't just about Drew getting his voice back by the lake, or deception changing hands in a boardroom, or Rocco hiding a dark secret from the feds. This is a massive collision of power, secrets, and betrayal that is going to touch every single family. Drew is about to flip the board on Willow and Nina, turning them from predators into absolute prey. Michael is quietly building an unstoppable empire that will destroy the Quartermaines from the inside out. Sonny is preparing to sacrifice his own freedom, leaving the entire mob vulnerable to a hostile takeover. And Anna Devane is about to kick a hornet's nest inside the PCPD that could get Harrison Chase killed before he even gets his badge back. The dominoes are falling faster than we can track them. Every single decision made today is a fatal mistake for someone else. A massive secret is about to be leaked to the wrong person. A beloved character is walking straight into a deadly trap. And a master plan is completely unraveling right before our eyes. You absolutely cannot miss what happens next, because the fallout from this Friday is going to be legendary.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.